Yo, what's happening, baby? This is a Flaming Sword Music, and I'm Musing. I have two words of advice for people out there who are like me, regular ass men who are on a quest to see the greatness that they see in themselves materialize. And actually, they are one piece of advice, but I would like to treat it like two. So the first piece of advice would be that, if you find yourself to be in a position where you are expending more effort to not do the things that, how can I say it? To not do the things that you know that you are, how can I say it? If you are compelled to exert effort to not do the things that you know are in alignment with the divine attributes that you have, or let's say, to be succinct, your mission or your goals or something like that, to be easier, like if you are expending more effort to not act upon, like, let's just say, anger, then you are in a state of depression. To me, depression is when you take, say, anger or something that you consider to be a divine gift of yours, or something that is a strength of yours, and turn it against yourself. If you feel like you find yourself turning what you consider your strength against yourself and using it to suppress what you know to be your greatness, then you're just in a state of depression. And I say that because, I kind of feel that way personally. You know what I mean? And because I felt like I was being, like, vaguely oppressed. Like I'm going through oppression. Somebody is oppressing me, and I couldn't figure out who it was that was oppressing me. And I pretty much felt like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It must be depression. I'm depressed. I'm working against my own better judgment, my own better instincts, and I'm working harder to fulfill things that go against all of these things than I am. And I felt like it was the people, the environment, and all of these things, and I was just like, this is true. It is them. But at the same time, I now come to understand that depression, and people say, oh, I'm depressed, I'm going through depression, I'm taking medication for depression and all of this stuff, but depression is nothing but self-oppression. Somebody told you something about yourself and told you that you had a flaw, and you ran with it. Somebody told you something about yourself, and they don't even have to actively work anymore to make you feel bad, because you're going to do all of that work. You're going to tell yourself that a plan isn't going to work. You're going to not try as hard as a result. And it's oppression, but it's self-oppression, which a lot of people like to call depression. I think that's like a write-off. It is self-oppression. If you don't like the system of slavery or things like that, you need to understand that the only reason that slavery and all these things work is because you're addressing it from that page. If what I'm trying to say makes any sense. The only reason that you feel like slavery is so important, or Jim Crow or all of this stuff today in 2022, is because you are looking at things from a perspective that motherfuckers is right. You're looking at things from a perspective that black people are just automatically inferior. And when you do that, you trap yourself into certain behavior. Which leads to my next point. Like I said, I have 2 points, one piece of advice. You know, I have gone through, a lot of things, and, the main thing that, people speak about when they speak of me in certain ways is my anger. So that's always something that I've checked. Just the fact that I'm angry is enough for me to back off, because I never really trusted my anger. So I oppressed myself. And the thing about it is that the thing that I always oppressed was the fact that I felt like my anger was something wrong, something bad about me. Like, anger is of the devil. Like there's no such thing as divine wrath, And whenever I became angry and looked at myself as angry, I automatically looked at myself as wrong. No matter what the situation was, if I allowed that situation to trigger me and make me angry, I was automatically wrong. So it kind of put me in a position where I addressed those circumstances willingly from a position of weakness, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I kind of understand that nowadays that, how can I say it? I'm gonna say it simple. I'm in God mode, and I've been looking at life in general and myself in particular from a higher perch, and I like the view. You know what I'm saying? And by that, what I mean is that I've been looking at the world from a perspective that I am right. I have been looking at the world from a point of view where my anger is justified. I am looking at the world from a point of view where I can take my anger and use it in a productive manner because I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of being angry, And basically what I'm saying is that if you find yourself in a position where for any reason whatsoever that you have the choice to, us noble, righteous men, if you have the choice to look down on yourself or look down on someone else, Claim your noble and righteous position and look down on them. You know what I mean? Don't take your humility and your desire to be better and allow other people to use that as an excuse to be worse. Because you are right. I hope that you guys have gotten some from this. Like I said, once again, this is a Flaming Sword Musing, and I'm Musing. 1.